My name is Asaya Tema Karmushu from Il Ngwesi community in Kenya. And for the past 1 year, I've been leading an HIV/AIDS project in my community. People in my community are pastoralists. That means they keep livestock, sheep, goat, and cows as their main source of livelihood. And they practice strong Maasai culture such as polygamy, circumcision, as well as other cultural things that can pass HIV/AIDS from one person to another. My community of Il Ngwesi is a community in northern central Kenya at the foothills of Mount Kenya. And it's 730 families that own a piece of land, which is called a group ranch. And due to the dryness of the land, they don't live in the group ranch. They all live around the group ranch. That makes it 8 different villages around the group ranch. Due to the isolation of my community from towns and communication from the central government and the district government, actually makes my community vulnerable to HIV/AIDS and the culture, the Maasai culture that is still practiced. That means they just operate on their own. They're not connected to any government services, no clinics. So they don't have the right information for HIV/AIDS as well as other diseases. So that's why actually HIV/AIDS intervention is very, very important in my community. Il Ngwesi HIV/AIDS intervention program is a program that has 3 aspects, which is HIV/AIDS awareness among the Ngwesi Maasai community, providing testing services for the community members, as well as caring for the people who test positive for HIV/AIDS.
People responded quite enthusiastically, and I think that's because this was a community-initiated project. Leadership, it was their idea for us to do this, and so they all showed up during that first week, encouraging the rest of the population to show up and showing really that there would be no stigma against those who showed up.
The success of our project is from volunteerism through the youth, from the community and outside the community. As I said, we had a number of around 200 volunteers. They did a lot of things to have this work be a success, which is creating HIV/AIDS awareness in a diverse community of 50 by 50, walking door to door to raise HIV/AIDS awareness, creating a drama that is based on cultural practices, documenting the project, and talking to their parents about HIV/AIDS, which I think it's a very, very important part of our project. That's why we've been successful in putting HIV/AIDS under control in the Ngwesi community.
Talking about HIV, it becomes more normalized in the community and less of sort of a special disease and more of something that people know is just like any other disease.
Through the commitment of the leadership to look for partners and address HIV/AIDS in the community, and we met ICA Canada, which is a development organization. And with ICA Canada, we established 3 main steps that we're going to start addressing HIV/AIDS or dealing with HIV/AIDS in our community. Conducting a baseline survey in the community, creating an HIV/AIDS plan in the community, as well as looking for more partners, local partners around the community, in the district, to partner when doing HIV/AIDS work. As I mentioned that we've been successful in our project, we have 150 people, peer educators trained. We have 87 people trained on community care coalitions to care for the people infected with HIV/AIDS. And through 68 days of testing and mobilization, we had 1,200 people tested and 300 people counseled. And we have 23 traditional birth attendants trained and delivering the information to the women across the community. And we have women leaders in the community, that something that has never been seen in that community, that women speak in public meetings. And we have outstanding leaders in the youth, and we have a team established to carry on the work for the next 1 year.
And the amount of the knowledge now that Ngwesi people have on this disease is incomparable to probably no other community in the country.
Il Ngwesi portrays what works, a methodology that works in HIV prevention, because it involves the community and the solutions come from the community.
Another thing that you'll notice as you work with the Il Ngwesi community is that they're working with all age levels in the community. And you have the Morans, the young men, and then you have older men and women, the leadership, and then you have the young adults who are working together on the drama team. So really all ages and are being influenced by this work.
And I think it's a model that needs to be replicated in many parts of the country and many other African communities.